let's do this. Hello, people. Another beautiful day. Yup. Hope your five senses work, health, and strength is good or excellent. But, what's up, gamers? Look, this Mac, Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard because they want to take gaming into the next level, which is cloud gaming and streaming. But now Microsoft just sold off the streaming rights to Ubisoft, and then Ubisoft is trying to get their stuff together. But now Ubisoft is coming out talking about in the next 5 to 10 years, cloud gaming, cloud streaming, and talking about cloud streaming and gaming is going to be the next big thing. What do people think that? What you think that Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard for? They saw the vision, so that's why they spent $68.7 billion. But Microsoft is going to turn around and sell the Activision the rights, the streaming rights to Ubisoft. Makes no sense. Listen to this. I'm trying to catch up on this here. It says here, CMA's favorite new merger deal, but still has residual competition concern. There's no competition concern. This was all about protecting Sony from the get-go. It says Microsoft Activision merger updates. CMA provisionally favors Microsoft new amend merger proposal, but still has residual competition concern. It says here new updates from the UK regulator shows early signs of the approval in the $68.7 billion Microsoft Activision merger. It says here weeks ago, Competition and Market Authority official denied Microsoft original Activision merger proposal. Microsoft then submitted a new deal to the CMA that significantly addressed the anti-competitive concern outlined in the agency's final report. The new proposal is in turn part of a new Phase 1 investigation. Microsoft intends to sell the cloud gaming streaming rights of Activision games to Ubisoft, which sees Microsoft effectively divesting or hands off the commercial rights to stream some of the biggest games on the market. The CMA has had time to look over Microsoft's new deal and has found it to be acceptable. Regulators have provisionally approved the merger. As a result, in an announcement post, the agency say that Microsoft proposed undertaking of the terms outlined in the Ubisoft divestment agreement may be accepted and the merger could be cleared. The case is not at the stage yet, however, and no final decision has yet to be made on whether or not the merger will be allowed to close. To be clear, the CMA determined that Microsoft's new proposal might be an effective proposed undertaking to solve anti-competitive concern. The agency only accepts these particular proposal if it's reasonably believes such a proposal can address SLC's significant lessening of competition. In this case, that would be the cloud gaming streaming SLC outline. And it says the decision. The CMA therefore considered that there are reasonable grounds for belief that the proposed undertaking offered by the parties or a modified version of them might be accepted by the CMA under Section 73(2) of the Act. The CMA now has until Friday, December 1st, 2023, pursuant Section 73A 3 of the Act to decide whether to accept the undertaking, with the possibilities to extend this time frame pursuant to Section 73A of the Act to Wednesday, 31st January 2024, if it considers that there are special reasons for doing so. If no undertakings are accepted, the CMA will refer the merger for a Phase 2 investigation pursuant to Section 33(1) and Section 34ZA2 of the Act. In the terms are accepted, the CMA can greenlight the deal and avoid the need to move to a Phase 2 investigation. If a Phase 2 investigation is ordered, then the CMA can take many more months to investigate the deal, Microsoft will have to renegotiate another merger deadline with Activision. As it stands right now, the CMA must collect and thoughtfully consider evidence and feedbacks from third-party participant in the video game industry on the matter. Once the information is gathered, the CMA will give until December 1st, 2023 to decide whether or not the case moved to phase 2. The decision could also be delayed as far back as January 31st, 2024. Microsoft's current deal with Activision expires on October 18th, 2023. Well, it still doesn't make any sense to me that Microsoft sold the rights, spent 68.7 billion just to sell the rights to Ubisoft. And Ubisoft is having internal issues. They try to get their stuff together, especially getting games out on time too. And Microsoft bought Activision with the intent of leading the game industry into the cloud streaming market. The CMA now, they sat there and watched the FTC lost in court, and now they're trying to come back with another investigation. And now you got Microsoft coming up with new plans to make the deal go through. To me, this was all about protecting Sony from day one. You know, they never really had a case. And Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard, it doesn't lessen competition. Every console manufacturer is responsible to make sure that their business grow. Microsoft is not responsible for Sony. Sony is not responsible for Microsoft. Nor is Nintendo responsible for Sony or Microsoft. They're competitors. This is a competitive market, so each console manufacturer is responsible to make sure that their business grow. And when it came to this whole cloud gaming thing, to me, Nintendo and Sony took the video game industry for granted, because before Microsoft stepped into the console business, they had all that time to get online gaming up. This was even before the original Xbox. They had all that time to get online gaming up and running, infrastructure in place, and be prepared for the future. But once Microsoft came in, everybody knows that Microsoft wasn't going to sit in the background. They were about making moves, and they bought Activision Blizzard with the intent of leading the game industry into the cloud gaming market. And Microsoft buying Activision doesn't stop competition. Like I told you before, just because you buy a studio, it doesn't stop the game industry from growing. Game studios are built and formed on a monthly basis. So where Activision left off, someone else can pick up the slack. Another studio can pick up the slack. Just saying. So to me, the CMA right now is just playing hardball, trying to stretch this out as far as they can to see how much they can get away with. To me, they really don't have anything when you really look at this entire article. Microsoft is like being reasonable, with everybody and trying to be fair. Like Bobby Kotick said, the UK is closed for business. They could have closed this thing down right after the FTC case and just moved on. They really didn't need them, but they just try to be fair with them, with the UK. But it's the CMA now who try to play hardball here. And to me, when I look at this whole thing, it's like they really don't have a case, man. It's like they're reaching. It's like they're reaching for something that's not even there. the less enough competition, the game industry don't stop. Just because you buy a studio, you know. And when EA was liquidating studios, did it stop the industry? Nope. Game industry keeps growing, you know. So yeah, that's my whole little thought on the whole situation. I don't the CMA just trying to stretch this out as far as they can go, you know. As far, you know. The European Commission already sided with Microsoft on this. It's just the CMA they're trying to play hardball, you know. And we'll see how far this goes when it's when it's all when it's all said and done, because it doesn't make any sense to me to, like, you spent 68.7 billion to buy Activision Blizzard, okay, but now you're gonna sell the streaming rights to Ubisoft, and Ubisoft is having problems and they trying to get their stuff together. Makes no sense, you know. And then on top of that, you can't even buy Ubisoft within the next 15 years. Just saying. Anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinion on this, but to me the CMA is just reaching. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, the Star Wars and Star Trek Live Dark Side. Go. Peace.